when we're talking about roasting a turkey, we're really talking about how to get the turkey meat cooked so that it's tender, still juicy, and the skin be nice and crispy. So there's tons of different techniques for cooking a turkey. Some are really complicated, some are less complicated. So I'm going to show you my favorite, easiest way to cook a turkey so that we yield nice, tender, juicy meat and a crispy outer skin. You don't want to miss this, especially for the holiday season. Stay tuned. The ingredients we're going to need for this are as follows. You're going to need about 4 cups of chicken stock. I like to mix my own from bouillon, that way I can control the flavor and make it nice and flavorful. Then you're going to need a can or a bottle of your favorite beer, about a cup or 2 of white wine, some fresh herbs. I have some rosemary, fresh thyme, oregano, 5 cloves of garlic, 1 onion, and a bunch of celery. So the first step of getting a perfectly moist, juicy, tender turkey is to prep our roasting pan. All right, this is really important, probably way more important than what kind of turkey you choose or what size it is. All right, so what we're gonna do here is just start putting our ingredients in the pan. And here we have our fresh herbs, garlic. Make sure you keep your garlic whole, that way it's less likely to burn during this process. All right, and we have our vegetables. We have a nice peeled onion here. So I'm just gonna make some thick slices. Okay, I'm gonna put these in the pan. Now, the purpose of the vegetables, you know, the celery and the onions, that's gonna be because I'm gonna cook this turkey breast side down for the first 2/3 of the cooking time. And I don't want that turkey skin to stick to the bottom of my roasting pan, so these vegetables are actually there to keep that from sticking. Okay, they're like a base that the turkey is gonna sit on. This is a natural non-stick base, so make sure you spread these out. And then I'm going to take the celery here. And I'm just going to flatten these out. See what this does? Flattens them out. Okay? Put a few of these over here. So we're making like a little raft for our turkey to float on. Okay, now we are adding our liquids. So we have about a cup or 2 of dry white wine. We have our beer. This is gonna, by the way, all this stuff in here is actually eventually gonna become the gravy. So this is gonna be a really, really good turkey gravy. Okay, and then we have our chicken stock. Now this part is up to you. I personally love turkey giblets, so I'm gonna put those in there. Especially the liver adds a really nice layer of flavor to the turkey gravy at the end. Okay, so here we have our turkey. It's nice and thawed out, and we're gonna flip it over and put it breast side down. Okay, here, and I'm gonna make sure that there's onions and stuff underneath the breast so that it's not laying right on the surface of the roasting pan. Okay, we're gonna flip it over 2/3 of the way. So you're gonna cook this for 2/3 of the cooking time, and then we're gonna take it out and we're gonna flip it over, and I will show you. This is why this method works so well. What we're doing here is we're essentially braising the breasts so they're not overcooking. They have all that liquid, all that steam is gonna form. So it's gonna be impossible to dry out the breast. In the meantime, the dark meat and the wings are gonna cook perfectly. And then what we're gonna do is once that's all cooked, we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna brown the skin on the breast. This is gonna be really, really juicy, flavorful turkey. All right, I have my oven preheated at 350 degrees. And I'm gonna cover this and we're gonna put it in there. And here's another helpful tip. I always keep a pizza stone in my oven, and that really helps keep the temperature really nice and even throughout the whole cooking time. In goes the roasting pot, and we'll see you in a couple of hours. Alright, so my 12-pound turkey has been in the oven now for 2 hours, and now we are ready to flip. So I'm going to take the lid off here. Flipping the turkey easily requires these things. These are turkey, I'm actually not sure what they're called. I think they're called turkey flippers. That's what I call them. They're like large turkey forks. Okay, so I'm gonna stick these in here, and these go into the breast. And I'm gonna flip very carefully. I do not want to break the skin on top of the turkey. All right, look at that. So these breasts right now are beautifully braised. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it back in the oven without a lid, uncovered, for as long as it takes to get this skin nice and golden brown. And then our juicy, super flavorful turkey is done. All right, so our beautiful turkey just came out of the oven after half an hour. And let me tell you, underneath this roasted skin is some beautifully soft, juicy, moist turkey meat. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is take my turkey forks and move this turkey over to a platter, okay? You know it's done if the wing literally just comes off like that. See that turkey wing up there? So this is truly fall off the bone turkey. Now, these beautiful liquids will turn into the nicest gravy you've ever tasted. Okay, so let me get out these nice pieces of liver, okay, and the giblets here, or the gizzards. Okay, so I'm gonna take a pot, put a strainer up here, and then we're gonna strain out these nice juices. Okay, so the first thing we need to make the turkey gravy is a thickener, all right? And we're gonna use a slurry. So we're gonna use potato starch with some water. I'm gonna take a couple of heaping spoonfuls of the potato starch. Maybe 2.5. We may not need it all, but you just want it on hand. And just enough cold water to dissolve it. Alright, so here's our slurry, and this is ready to thicken the gravy. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to taste this just to see if it has enough salt in it. Okay, so this could use just a little tiny bit more salt. I have some Himalayan salt here. And I'm going to put some fresh ground black pepper. And here is my potato starch slurry. Okay, make sure it's nicely dissolved into the water. I don't want any lumps. I'm going to turn this down to a nice, easy simmer. And I'm going to slowly start adding the thickener while I whisk. Just really nice and slow. And you just want to go till it's the consistency of gravy. I can see it's nicely starting to thicken up. Now with potato starch, you want to just give it a minute just to see where that thickness is going to go. Don't add it all at once because it does thicken over the next 90 seconds or so. So you don't want to over thicken it. Alright, I can see that I need just a little more. Okay, I'm going to test it with my spoon. There we go. It coats the back of my spoon really nicely. And there we go. Turkey gravy. Okay, so I've let this turkey rest for about 10 or 15 minutes. And look how easy this thing is to take apart. Look, you can just take the wings right off. Okay, everything just comes right off. This thing is fall off the bone good. It may look messy, but I'm telling you, the flavor and the moisture of this meat, like check this out. Look at all that moisture. Super soft. Look at that. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see the juices. Look at that. Beautiful moist meat. And then look at the dark meat. You can just, this is really hot, but you can just kind of just take it apart. Just with your hands like this. Look at that. Super juicy, moist. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please hit that subscribe button. Your subscriptions help keep this channel alive and they help me make more videos. And if you like the videos, please give the video a like. I would greatly appreciate it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you on the next video.